Hi, hello. Can everybody hear me? Uh, yeah. So, like, we have like a minute to go. I believe our guest will join us very very soon. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Thank you. Our guest will join us very very soon. Our guest is going to join very soon. Our guest is going to join. Yes, and here comes our guest.
Hello, can you hear me?
Good evening. Yes, I can hear you from here, and I hope others can hear you too. Uh,
I hope they can.
yeah. Can you hear? Please, can you hear us? Can you just drop a comment if you can hear us? Let's know if you can hear. Oh,
Okay.
perfect. You're perfect. Thank you very much. Thank you, our guests, for coming tonight. Okay, it's night here. I mean, for Nigeria, probably they will be in the afternoon now. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you. I know it's by now probably you should be doing some other things because it's night here already. So thank you
Okay,
for accepting to join. Thank you very much.
fine.
Yeah, so without wasting time, so I think we'll just need to go straight into into it. Yeah, so before we go, please can we meet you, our guest? Can we meet you? Let's get to meet you.
My name is Vivian, and I am a MEXT Scholar 26. Like very, very recent. I came into Japan April. Today actually makes it a month. I came into Japan at
Nice, nice,
embassy recommendation. So
nice.
nice to meet you all, and I hope we'll have an amazing time talking about embassy track application.
Mm. Thank you very much for that introduction. So that is to tell you that for all of you now that are planning to apply for the next for the 2027 MEXT scholarship. So if you are applying now, you know that by next year, if you are selected, if you make it through the final round, then you are going to come to Japan by April, first week of April. So I think this should motivate somebody that if we can do it. If she can do it, it means that he can also do it. So, okay, I would like to ask first. How did you, you know about mixed? How did you know about mixed?
I think the first time I heard about MEXT was 2023.
Oh,
2023.
2023. Oh.
Yes, but I never applied till 2025. And why I did apply was because somebody said something. Somebody was like, "It's too hard to," and that kind of like it kind of just made me lazy about it. I was like, someone already said it's too hard. So
Mm,
2025,
mm,
when MEXT came up again, I just asked myself like, even if it's hard, is it not people that are doing it? And that was
mm,
it. So that was 2025 was my first time applying for MEXT, and I did that first time. And that was it was
mm,
something somebody told me in 2023 was too hard. So I
mm.
think you should just do what you want. Do what
Wow.
you want. Nothing is too hard for you actually, if you put your mind
Mm,
to it.
wow. So it means you applied once and you got it once.
Yeah, it was my first try.
You see? You see. And congratulations to, let me say congratulations to you because now you're already in Japan. So, and obviously, you came through the embassy route. So, can you just please take us through the process from the application? Okay, let us first start from the first stage. Like, how do you go about gathering documents and all of that?
Okay, so like in the videos I make on TikTok, I tell people that
Mm,
MEXT is about guidelines. If you're
mm,
able to read and understand the guidelines, you won't have issue because they stated it clearly, the documents you need. On their
mm,
website, you have to fill and download the application form, placement
mm,
preference form. There's also your certificate of health. There's a
mm.
recommendation letter sample, which is not compulsory you use it. But
Okay.
every recommendation letter they request for, if you're not using
Mm,
their sample, it has to be official letterhead, meaning if it's coming from your lecturer, it has to be your school's official letterheaded paper. If it's
okay.
coming from an employer, it has to be your official workplace letterheaded
Letter
paper too.
headed. Mm,
Yes. And you also need to provide your certificate of graduation or prospective certificate. That's statement of result. That's what we call it in Nigeria, statement of results. And you
mm,
need your transcript. Those
mm,
two, you have to notarize them. So you
mm.
have to take it to a notary lawyer that will stamp it. It's quite an easier process if you compare it to other scholarships that need you to go to Ministry of Education and Foreign Affairs to authenticate. Notarization
Okay.
is easier and even cheaper and
Mm,
faster. And you
okay.
also have your so these ones are not really mandatory because if you check the guidelines, they are circled in black dots.
Mm,
That's your language proficiency, your
mm,
abstracts. That is
mm,
abstract of your language. They are not mandatory, but if you have
mm,
them, I recommend using them because I had all
mm,
that and I put them. And most of the other med scholars I know this year also did that. So it means somehow it just gives you an edge. So if you have it, just make sure you put it.
mm. So whenever we see any question, we're going to like attend to it. So we can start dropping your questions and all of that. So okay, so about the notarization, stamp my document, like, for instance, like transcripts,
Mhm.
right? So since my school is going to stamp it, like it's coming from my school, and it's an official stamp. So do I still need to go for the notarization and stuff like that? So
Yes, you still need to because you're not going
oh,
to be submitting that original you got directly from your school to MEXT. That
mm,
original is your copy for both your transcripts and your degree certificate. What you do is
mm,
you make photocopy. Excuse me. You make
mm,
photocopy,
mm,
either colored or black and white, whichever one you prefer. And then that
okay,
photocopy of your document, that's the original one the school gave to you. That photocopy
okay,
is what the notary lawyer will stamp on.
okay.
This process is because you cannot give MEX the original. Getting it back from you. your school will be an issue for you. Especially
Mm.
we all know how Nigerian schools are. So that one
Yes.
that photocopy that the notary lawyer stamps, it becomes what we
Mm.
call certified true copy, which is what MEXT now consider an original. So
Okay.
that's the
Oh,
process.
okay.
So that
Okay.
your
Okay.
school stamps it, you're not
Mm.
giving MEXT that original copy your school stamps, which is why you need to
Mm.
notarize.
Okay. 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 Thank you very much. Thank you for that clarification. Okay. Somebody asked. Okay, please, about the essays in the application forms. Are they are they to be very long, or like how many words minimum? And also, is there a structure for writing them? I think there is about three essays to write. So
Yeah,
can you help
the
us with
essays,
that?
your interest in Japan, what triggered your interest in Japan, your
Mm,
motivation for applying for graduate studies in Japan, and what
mm,
you can bring to Japan and your country, what you can contribute to Japan and your country. The like
mm,
in all scholarships, your essays is what like give them an idea of who you are and
mm,
what you can or cannot do. So
mm.
those essays are important, but you can see that the spaces. When I wrote mine, I just made sure I filled up that space that is there. But it's not filling it
Okay.
up. I think some persons when they hear fill up, they just write anyhow. You still give space so that in writing they call it white spaces. So that the
Mm,
person reading, so you even if you're going to give space, maybe you write in two paragraph ways. Write your first set, second set. Don't pack it up too much. Make sure you minimize,
mm.
like
To
write
space
all you
it,
can. Yeah, don't when you choke things up too much, it becomes hard for people to read. So you
to
give
read.
them space to be able to read it, but you write things that will also make them know that oh, this person has something to offer.
Mm, mm.
So
Okay.
the essays are actually important. Because
Mm,
it's how you present yourself. And I know that one of the ways I said it in the video I made on my TikTok page. One of the ways I got
mhm.
inspiration for my essay was from that study in Japan website. There's a tab on
Okay.
it that talks about life in Japan and studying in
Mm,
Japan. Read that. If you read that tab, they have stories and things about Japan that you can draw inspiration from to
mm,
write. And you can also research. You need to research. Japan actually does a lot of things well in terms of technology and education. And so that
mm,
should actually give you pointers on how to do your interest in Japan and your
mm,
motivation for choosing Japan. Then for
mm,
your contribution has to be personal. What
mm.
if I get a scholarship, what can I do that will bring better mutual cooperation and collaboration between my
In
country
Japan
and
and my country.
Japan? That's the question you're answering. So that one is
Mm,
personal and it's authentic to you.
mm, mm. Okay, so the person asks, is it going to be long? Right? Does it mean like okay, number of pages or something? Does it?
So you are sticking to that. You see, it if you go to the form, it's a
Mm,
three column thing.
columns.
So that
Mm.
column that they left for writing, that's what you are sticking to. You are not getting
Oh,
any other extra. So you have to
uh-huh.
stick to that. So
Okay,
whatever you are
okay.
writing, this and your ability, your main points are not missing, and it still enters that space.
Okay, okay. Thank you very much for that clarification. Okay, so somebody also asked, hello, please. I checked the study in Japan website and I didn't see the form for graduate students. I only saw the form for undergraduates. There's form for it's a separate this thing. There's
Yes,
one for undergraduate and there's one for research students.
yes. Maybe the videos on my page, I make sure I put
Mm,
this thing in the caption. So the link that
okay,
takes you direct to search is in the caption of the video I made. So if you can check
okay.
that.
Yes. So okay. So please tell us about your your TikTok so that they can also check your content from there. The name of your
On, on
page.
that my name is another problem because it's actually Vivian Milia, but the Vivian is in katakana.
Katagana,
So
yeah, I noticed. But you just tell them Nulia. Once they type Nulia, they will be
yeah,
able to see it.
just type Julia, you will see it. It comes up. I made videos
Mm,
on how to fill your form, how to write your essay, your
mm,
placement preference, students, and
mm,
even though some persons were having issue editing the study and research plan, there are videos
okay,
there, and like in the caption, you see the link
okay,
direct for research students. My
okay.
contents are basically for research because I always have undergraduates coming, but I don't
Hmm.
do.
I know some other graduates will be on this live that will be, that will ask questions.
Yeah,
So maybe
they
we'll
don't
come
go.
to.
I used to avoid them like because what do I know?
Yeah, basically just because we are graduate students and we are used to that line, so that's why. And it's better to say something that you are sure of, that something that you pass through, uh so that it don't look
It's
like
easier
you
to
are
talk
giving
from
fake
experience.
information.
It's easier to talk from experience. Although I read their
Yeah,
guidelines,
yeah,
their form is easier to feel, but
yeah, yeah,
to talk from it.
exactly. Exactly. Okay. So thank you for that. So you can follow her up on TikTok, right?
Yeah.
Because for instance now, how to fill the form and all of these things, we cannot be doing that here, right? Because
That's
this is
long.
live. So but she has done that already, how to fill your application forms correctly in the correct manner, right? So that you not go and make mistake. You not use sleepless nights to make mistakes. So it's
No, please.
actually better to check. So you can check our content up on TikTok. Just search Nulia. You'll see our page there. You can follow her and check our content. Okay, so another person said, um, okay, this is undergraduate. Okay, the person said, sorry, please, I'm applying for undergraduate and I've not written WAEC yet. And we also don't write exam for SS3. Do I do I just present SS1 and SS2 results for transcripts?
So if you read the undergraduate guidelines, in place
Mm,
of academic transcript, it says all years of school transcript for all of your school years.
mm,
So if you've not written SS3 third term,
mm,
WAEC is
mm,
basically your transcripts.
mm.
That's what most persons use. So if you don't have
Okay.
WAEC now, you
Mm.
cannot. It's not like
S-
undergrad. It's not like research that you
Graduate.
say you're using statements of results or prospective graduation. It's not like that. So if you don't
Mm.
have that, your transcript is not complete.
Okay. So in short, make sure you finish your WAEC first before you start up. And I think they will start WAEC by June, right? I think by next month. So
By next,
probably you might not be able to apply for this year's um cycle, right? Application cycle. So probably by next year,
yes, out,
yeah.
you're good.
So once you have your WAEC, you are good to go. So you can still join this live so that you have information against next year, right? So you can still stay and see. Okay. Good afternoon. About the research plan. Can we identify a gap in our country and write a proposal about that? Or must it be something that is declining in Japan? Can I conduct a retrospect study? So the person is trying to ask that, okay, like in my research plan, do I need to just find something that connects both, for instance, both Nigeria and Japan, or should I just build on should I just build on my research background? So what do you think? What do you?
Mm, for this, what I did
Mm,
was I did something that has impact both in Nigeria and Japan.
okay,
I actually proposed I did chemical engineering, so my work is in line with carbon capture. So I did
okay,
that, and carbon capture is like a global thing,
yeah,
a global carbon capture and wastewater treatment. So it was like a global problem that both Nigeria, Japan, and or any other country can benefit. But what I usually
okay,
advise is this is a scholarship that is looking to build
mm,
connections. So whatever you do, let it be
okay,
something that benefits both countries. It's not
okay,
necessary that it benefits only your country solely or benefit It might be that the way it benefits Japan is that Japan will be sharing their technology with your
mm,
country, or your
okay,
country will be sharing. Like for mine now, when I did mine, I propose using locally available waste materials in Nigeria to
Mm.
do what to
Carry out
enhance
the research.
methods that are already being carried out in Japan. So just try
Mm.
to make sure that somehow you're able to tie the two together. Don't
Mm.
just leave one part aside.
Mm. Okay, so okay, my own advice would be that yes, it's good to build on what you already know before, right? I mean, in your research plan should reflect the fact that you already have an experience, or you already have experience in what you want to do, right? But look for a topic or look for a research idea that would connect both countries together, right? Because if you feel like, okay, because you want to study in Japan, you want to do everything in Japan for Japan alone and all of that, probably it will defile the reason why MEXT is even organizing that scholarship in the first place. Because the reason why they are doing the scholarship is to unite, to bring together countries, together with Japan. So I feel like build on what you already know before so that it will give a sense of, oh, this person knows what he's doing, and then look for a topic that will blend, that would connect both countries together. So that would be my the to in addition to what she already said. Okay, so another person said, what's your take on tutu applying? Is there hope for second class, lower, third class, and all of that?
No, this part is kind of confusing because for me it was a
Mm,
part I didn't have to worry about, and the few
mm,
other persons that felt it was the part they didn't have to worry about.
mm,
But when you browse, you normally see that cutoff is 2.3 on a scale of 3. If
mm,
you do, there's a long way to do it, like converting each of your courses to the Japanese grade point average this
mm,
thing. But for me, that's I don't know. People that have the time should browse and check how to do it. But if you do
mm,
simple maths, 2.3 on a scale of 3 to a 5.2, you see that
mm,
it's 2-1 that
mm.
can actually, like, you need to have a
That can
2-1.
actually enter that
Yeah.
requirement.
So, but then
Um,
for me, I'm someone that like to advise people to like try their luck. Like I
mm,
said it at the beginning, someone told me that this thing was very hard, and I tried it once and it went. So if you feel, oh, let me try my luck in this thing, do it,
mm.
go for it.
Nice, nice. Thank you very much for that. And what's your thing? Because some people will be like, okay, what if I have a very good research idea or something and my result is not too good? So can they consider research, like a very good research idea, you know, can they consider it above grade or something? Can they overlook it? Do you think it's something they can do?
I because if you read the guideline, the instruction
Mm,
on the field of study and research plan document. It says this is
mm,
one of the most important documents for this scholarship selection. So if, I
mm,
believe if you're able to do something solid like that, for them to write it
mm,
there, that is one of the most important. It means
mm,
the research
mm,
and plan really matter. So if you can come up with something really solid and your
mm,
CGPA is not that low, I mean you
mm.
stand a chance.
Okay, okay, okay. So I will also like add to what you said. I also advise, like, no matter, like, regardless of your results, make sure that at least if you feel like your result is not probably up to what is needed, you can focus more on your research plan and other documents. Make sure that, because now you already have like a weak document, so you can make sure that all your other documents, like the one that you have control over, like the research plan, and make sure you write everything to standard. Make sure you follow the rules and regulations on the website. So yes, yes, we are going to answer everybody. So you can just stick around, just stay on the live. We are going to answer everybody. We are picking those questions one by one. Okay, so another person said, can I use the language proficiency provided by my university or IELTS or something?
Okay, for me, I had IELTS, so I used it. But I think since language proficiency is not a mandatory document, if you check the
Mm,
guideline, it's not a compulsory document. You can put in whatever you have. So if it's because there's still TOEFL, some persons still use Duolingo. So if it's the one from your school, as far as it's official letterhead, you can still use it. There's no it stated there that
okay.
if you have it, that is if it applies to you. So whatever you have, just put in it there.
Okay. 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 Thank you. You've heard though. So whatever you have as a proof of English language proficiency, just put it there. It's not compulsory you get
Submit
it's not compulsory you submit the one from your
was
university.
it's not
Yeah.
compulsory.
So
Even if your IELTS, it's not compulsory you submit. It's an optional
oh
document.
okay, okay, okay. Thank you for that. And somebody said, I am really interested in the university recommendation route. I need clarification on that. Okay. Okay, for context, I came through university recommendation route, right? So basically, please just make sure that you stay around. I'm going to like explain that one later. I'm going to explain that one later. Because if I should start explaining that now, I think it will take more time. So I'm going to definitely touch that. And then somebody said, is it compulsory to understand Japanese language?
No,
Okay.
no. As I when I applied, I just need just the most basic Japanese, like
Mm,
the very least of them all. So it's not compulsory to
okay.
understand language before you apply.
Okay. Okay. So thank you. So another person said in one of your previous videos, the guest speaker talked about getting recommendation letters from the dean rather than lecturer. Can you say something about this? What can you say about it?
My recommendation letter was from my lecturer. She was my project supervisor. So I think
Mm,
the thing is the recommendation letter. That's I think it's number 4 on the required document. It has
mm,
that one is academic recommendation. It has to come from someone that is tied to you academically. So your lecturer, or your project
mm,
supervisor, lecturer that knows you well, project supervisor, head of your department, or dean of your
mm,
faculty. Any of them
mm.
can write.
Okay, okay. So it does not like your dean can write, your HOD can write, your
Yeah. As far
academic
as they can
advisor can write.
As far as they can speak well and write solidly about you, they are good to
Hmm.
go.
Hmm. And they can use a letterhead.
Yeah, it has to be official letterhead. If you're not using the recommended MEXT, yeah, this is very important. If you're not using the
Uh-huh.
template, it has to be official letterhead. That's
Mhm.
your department or university's official letterhead. And then
Letterhead.
they will sign normal way they write now. They will sign their name, their position, if possible, their
Mm.
contact. If they
Yeah.
have a stamp, you can stamp it
Okay.
too. Then put in an
Okay.
envelope for you and do
Oh,
the
okay.
procedure of signing and sealing.
Okay. So after you mean you are saying like after writing, they would need to put it inside the envelope or something. Can you
Yeah,
expatiate on that?
the instruction says the recommendation letter. So normally, if you've gone through the guideline, you know that you're submitting one set of original documents and two sets
Mm,
of photocopies. I covered this in the videos I made too. So one set of original, two set of that means you need recommendation from one person, but it has to be in
mm,
3 places. So the main one that
mm,
was signed by your recommender, that one that has wet ink, don't let them send it to you by mail or as PDF. Because once you print it
mm,
out, it's no longer wet ink signature. Like wet
mm.
ink is you see that the person signed it.
Like fresh.
That's what you call a wet handwritten sign or wet ink signature.
Mm,
That
mm,
one you then have to make photocopy. Then they should either put it in most likely the easiest way is to put it in 3 different envelopes so that you can put one in each set of the copies of document. But when they are
mm,
putting it for you know, envelope has what you call like a flap. I hope you guys can see
mm,
this. So flap of an envelope, that part that is usually folded and glue. So your
mm,
recommender is supposed to sign across the flap
mm,
before glue. So that is
mm,
the instruction. The recommender signs across the flap of the envelope. So where the
mm,
envelope is, sign, then seal. So you need
mm,
to discuss well, because I know while I was doing mine, I talked to my recommender, and she was
mm.
kind of, I was trying to, because she was in Anambra and I was in Lagos, I was trying to explain to her that I
Okay.
need her to sign and seal, but I need it in different places.
Mm,
That she first
mm,
one she will make. She just told me see that she doesn't have strength for stress.
mm,
She printed out three
mm,
copies, signed
mm,
across the flap of three envelopes, and waved it to
mm.
me. Like she
Wow.
printed out three copies, folded them, put in, signed across the flap of the envelope. So all I had to do
Each
was
of them
just
in
buy.
one. Each of them in one envelope.
That was what my recommender did for me. So
Mm.
all I had to do was just buy glue and apply, because the glue they put on envelopes are very big. So I use glue to
Yeah. They are
strong that.
economizing with envelope.
Don't mind like. So I used to make the ceiling stronger, and then I just put the one that she indicated was because she signed all three, so I didn't have to do photocopy. So I just took one,
Okay.
put in the other two. But in case you have someone
Nice.
that doesn't understand the process, what you beg the person to do for you is they should not
Mm,
seal it. They
mm,
should not, because once it's sealed and you open it, you've tampered with it, and you're not
mm,
supposed to tamper with your recommendation letter. So the best thing your
mm.
recommender can do for you, if they cannot print out three copies, is that one copy, that one
Yes.
copy that they signed, they should just put it in an envelope, sign across the flap of the envelope, and then help you
Mm-hmm.
sign across the flap of two other envelopes.
Mm,
That way, when it gets to you, you make
mm,
photocopy of that original she signed in two places.
mm,
You put the other two extra envelopes she gave you, and you can add to your
mm.
document.
Wow. Wow. That that was very explanatory. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, so another somebody also asked. Okay, maybe I let me okay wait let me see if we have already answered most of these. Okay, somebody said, must one be a first class candidate to be able to get the scholarship? We have already said this that you don't need to be a first class graduate or something for you to apply. Just make sure that you have a good result, like first class, second class upper, two, or you shall have a very good result and focus more on your essays, on your research plan and other essays that you're going to write. All right. Okay. Somebody said page 6, number 20 on the application form. Did you rate yourself on the Japanese language ability?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I didn't have Japanese language
Okay.
ability. If you
Oh,
think you have
oh,
Japanese language ability, you use the scale and rate yourself. But if you don't, you leave it blank, or you can just put
mm,
0, 0. Just
okay,
follow the
okay,
rate on the instruction.
okay, okay. Thank you very much. Somebody said application is not yet out in Nigeria, but can we download and fill the forms from the study in Japan website just to get ready before the application starts?
Yeah, the instruction says make sure you're using 2027 application forms. So since it's
Okay.
already out in Japan website, you can use it.
Okay, because I guess this, I think probably the person is afraid that is it going to be the same documents that
Yes,
the embassy in Japan will release
it's actually the same, but then just to be on the, like, on clearer terms, when the embassy brings out their own this thing, although the embassy normally, even the link the embassy will give you, that will direct you back to that study in
to
Japan
that
website,
study in Japan?
so you can download and start filling your form, doing your medicals, especially your medicals, because sometimes it takes
Okay.
time in some hospitals.
Mm, okay, okay. Thank you very much for that. So now this has clarified your doubt. So you can use the same document on the study in Japan website to. And if you are not sure, fill this one first, and then when the embassy in Japan, when the embassy of Japan in Nigeria release their own this thing, check it, look at, compare, just compare the two together. And if they didn't tally, then you know that you have to use the one of embassy of Japan in Nigeria. right? So that we are saying this so that you would start preparing your document. You not wait till when they release the application date or when they release the application document, right? So you can start now, especially for your medical examination and all of that. Yeah. And okay, somebody said, how can we? Oh, okay. So somebody said, do I fill the forms online and print before filling it with ink?
It's not advisable to fill it online. It's not advisable to fill it online and print out. I mean,
Mm,
it, it's more official. It looks more prepared. Even with
mm,
ink has because what if the person reading it can't read your handwriting clearly?
What if it's not legible? Your handwriting is not legible.
Yeah, advantage. You can fling your document and be like, this one is not ready.
um, so, guys, don't fill your document with your hands. Use your
No,
laptop or just use any computer that use your computer.
print out. If, for
Huh?
those saying they don't have, I said for those that worry that they don't have access to laptop, go to a business
Mm.
key for cyber. You
Ehen.
see, print out.
So, and it's not even advice. It's just like when you are in school now. You can't use hand to write letter to your VC, to or your HOD. Writing, that's like when you are in primary school now that you use hand to write letters. So make sure you use, except for, I think, what about the medical
The medicals, the doctor can fill in. The
with hand,
doctor,
right?
yes, yes. Mine, the doctor filled in with hand, side and
Yeah,
side.
because I can
But
also remember that my own too. The doctor filled with ink, with pen.
because you print it out and go and meet them, so it's hand. They will now
Mhm,
do that one is okay.
mhm, Thank you very much for that clarification. Okay, so somebody said, how can we submit abstract of thesis? Oh my god. Okay, so now I want to assume there's no rubbish questions here, right? We don't, so we are going to take all the questions. So abstract, you all know what abstract of thesis is now. Abstract of thesis is like, every no anybody that is writing thesis in this world, whether master's thesis or dissertation or PhD dissertation or undergraduate thesis, you have a section of abstract. So what you just do is copy that whole page, copy it in another page. I mean, in a new page, just that one page, just one page like this. That's it, and then you print it out, right, Abby? So that's how it works. So that's one. So I think that one we've answered that one. Um okay, I would love to know if I can collect my data in Nigeria if selected before moving to Japan. Is that allowed under MEXT criteria for research proposal? Thank you. This person is talking about, we are saying like you can you it's better you choose a topic that would connect both Japan and Nigeria or whatever country you are coming from together. So this person is now asking that, okay, what if my research, I mean, I will need data in Nigeria to carry out my research. Is it like, can I get the data before going to Japan if I'm selected? So what do you think?
For this question, I really don't know because it depends on the kind of data you want to collect. Because
Mm,
it's easy to get data online these days. If you
mm,
check, easy to get
mm,
data online. Unless
mm,
you want to do it yourself, because once you get selected, and then in terms
mm,
of research proposal, talking about research will
mm,
not be between you and your professor. Next, will
mm,
just listen to whatever your professor says. So if you talk to your
mm,
professor at that stage and he tells you, oh, you need to get whatever data you need from Nigeria, or he tells you, don't worry, when you come up, there will always be a way, because that's one thing my professor tells me. My professor says, oh, we can always find something online. That's what he says a
mm,
lot. He says, oh, so it depends on you and your professor at that stage. when it comes
Okay.
to.
Okay. Thank you very much for that. And another thing is that I would like to add to that is because now when I came to this, when I first arrived in Japan, for my some of my senior colleagues, right, not in my lab, right, but in other, I mean, I think this person is an economics person, so but along the line, maybe towards the end of his master's program, he needed some data from Nigeria, right? He applied for grants and he traveled back to Nigeria. So you can always travel back to Nigeria to get whatever you want to get. I mean, as you've said, as our guests have said, it depends on your communication with your professor. Like if you get to that stage, then you have to do what is needed to be done. Thank you. Okay, somebody said um okay. I would love to know if I can collect my data in. Okay, we've answered that one. Mm, yes, you can submit your abstract. I mean, the abstract of your thesis, even though if it is not published, yeah, you can still submit it. It's not necessary that it must be published, right? So you can submit. If it's not published, you can still submit it.
Yeah, if it's not published, you can still submit it. But if you wrote
Yeah.
in, I think, 13 that it was published somewhere, you need to print out
Okay.
that place where it was published. So if you read
Mm,
the guideline, if there's a part that
mm,
asks if your abstract of thesis has been published anywhere, you should put where it has been
mm,
published and the year. If you fill that part,
mm,
you have to print out
mm,
your abstract from the publication, not just your plain abstract. Like I had mine
mm.
published in my faculty's journal. So I had to print out my
Okay.
faculty's journal that year when my work was published. That was what I submitted in
Wow.
my abstract. But if yours is just your
Wow.
normal abstract, print it out and submit. I'm just saying this because the instruction is there that if you feel that it has been published, you should print out
Mm.
the section where it has been published, showing your name. So you know the difference
Okay.
between the two abstracts now is for publication now. It will show
Mm,
author. Your name will be among the authors because it's
mm,
your work. That's the one you print
mm-hmm.
out. What is your normal abstract you are submitting? You just have to print out your abstract. So know the difference,
Okay.
please. If you see that it has been
Mm,
published, do the right thing. Print out the place
okay.
where it has with your name showing, so you don't lose out
Okay.
any point.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Okay, so before we answer some other questions, let me ask you a question. Like, can you tell us how this process even works? Like, I mean, from the first stage to the visa stage. Can you just quickly like run us through
I think application was to sometime mid-May or so during my turn.
last year, right?
Yeah, it started April, and by was it third week or so of May, it was closing. Because I know I submitted on the very last day. It was
Wow.
yeah,
Wow.
submitted on the very last day. I started preparing kind of late, plus I had a job and my preparations were only at night, so I wasn't
Mm,
really. But you get notification for written exam around June,
mm,
July. You write.
mm,
I did the written exam on a Saturday. It's
mm,
in Abuja. If you're not in Abuja, you just have to keep track. I did the written exam on a Saturday, went back to
mm,
Lagos the next, and by I think
mm,
Wednesday or Thursday, I got another
mm,
mail to come for interview the next Saturday.
mm, Okay,
So
okay.
I went.
Before you move on, sorry. Before you move on, sorry for cutting you. How was the exam? Is it like CBT exam or paper or what? How does the exam look like?
Exam is paper pencil. They give you come with your writing materials. They give you paper and I think a shading sheet. So you read the question, you shade your answers, or you tick your
Mm,
answers. I think yes, but you tick your answers somewhere. You do for
mm.
research students. You do English and Japanese language.
Oh, just English and Japanese for research students, for graduate students.
For
So that's
undergraduate, you
masters for those that are applying for masters and PhD, right?
yes English and Japanese. For undergraduate, they write I
Wow.
think English maths, physics, chemistry, biology, depending on your course selection. So you get
Oh,
depending on your course
Omo.
selection. So you do English and Japanese. The
Mm,
English, the past questions are actually on the website, that Study in Japan
mm,
website. So you get to
mm,
that stage, you download the past questions, study it well. For the
mm,
Japanese language,
mm,
they will tell you that what you should. The Japanese lady that invigilated us said the main
mm.
thing is don't get zero. That once you get zero, it disqualifies
Don't
you.
get zero.
Don't get zero.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Mm,
it's actually don't get zero. So you need to at this point you need to pray for your guessing game
yeah.
today, especially if you know Japanese. Because I didn't know Japanese as at the time I wrote it, but I just trusted God with everything.
So that means that for the Japanese exam, like because they know that Nigerians we don't speak Japanese, right? So they shall expect you that at least one question, just get one question now. Even though if you don't, even if you don't speak Japanese. So I mean, I think they are trying to encourage people to also, like, if you are truly interested in this scholarship, you know that you are going to Japan, at least your level of preparation too should be there for Japanese, right? So at least you'll be able to get one question. They are even lenient self. They are lenient.
Yeah,
Not some scholarship that they would even ask for your proficiency in that language. There are some scholarship like that. So, but for this scholarship, just write your English exam and Japanese. Just make sure that you don't get zero there. And one thing that I will also advise somebody to do is that even if it's only your name that you can write, even if you can also write your name in Japanese. If you can master it, now we are in era of technology. Go online, type your name on maybe Google Translate or something.
yeah, use Google Translate. You see your name. You can memorize how to write that. People did that. You can memorize how to write
Mhm,
Japanese and
mhm. So that at least that one too will tell them that at least this person too.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And the English exam, was it like the normal English exam,
Hmm.
or
Well,
what's the
it
technicality? What's the technicality of the English
there
exam?
are different sections. I think there's
Mm,
comprehension, there's grammar, and
mm-hmm.
there's one other section. It's not that
Ah,
hard. If you check the past
okay.
question, it's not that hard. You just if you study well, you should be able to do it well.
Oh, okay. Sorry, if you can hear, I think your network is.
Can you hear me?
So
My network was this is the first time my network is misbehaving here.
yeah, okay, yeah, now it's clear. Yeah, it's clear. It's clear. We can hear you now. So you're saying that
I think if you
what were you
study the
saying?
past in the Study in Japan website, you will not have issues with the English.
Oh, okay. So how can we get the past question? How can they get the past question?
In that Study in Japan website, you search
Mm,
for MEXT Scholarship. Under MEXT Scholarship, under the scholarship tab, MEXT Scholarship, you see MEXT Scholarship past questions. So you will see.
okay. Wow. They've even made it very easy for people self. So if you are confused on how the exam will look like, how the exam look like, you can go to the Study in Japan website and check the format. I think they follow the same format every year, right? Shebi?
Basically, they follow that format because on
Mm-hmm.
the on the website, I think
Mm,
it's just 3 years past question that is available. But the questions
okay.
I answered still
Okay.
follow that.
That format.
So
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. And this exam that we are talking about is after you have been selected, though. After you have been selected, I mean, after your screening, after the first submission of document, that this thing that you guys are going to do now, after you have been selected, that's when you will be called to come and write exam in Abuja. So okay. So now, what's the next stage after the exam?
So if you pass the exam,
Mm,
exactly a week after, for me, it
mm,
was exactly a week after. So I wrote the exam this Saturday, and by the
mm.
next Saturday, I was back in Abuja again for
Oh,
interview.
wow. So you advise
So
anybody to probably stay around for like a week, Abby? For instance, people that are staying very far from Abuja.
if you're staying very far, you have somewhere to stay in Abuja. You can stay for like a week, and but I didn't stay because I had work. I had to go back
Work.
to work.
Omo, you really tried. Oh. So you traveled back to Lagos, Abi. You stay in Lagos. Then
Stay
you
in
now
Lagos
came back again for the exam
for the
for the
interview.
interview.
One week.
Ah, wow, wow, wow. So guys, you need to be prepared though. For instance, if you are called for the exam, you need to be prepared. If you are not working or if you don't really have something, I don't want to say something serious, I don't want to use that word. Or if you don't like, if you are not too busy, if you can manage to stay, if you have somebody in Abuja, if you can stay for like a week so that it will save you the transportation cost and all of that.
And even the
uh
stress of
of traveling. Okay, so how does the interview look like? Abi, how did the interview look like rather?
so the interview. I think I had a panel of should be 4 or 5 persons.
Wow.
Yeah, on the panel, and then they'll
Mm.
have your documents. I think that's why they tell you to make submit one original and two set of photocopies because they will all have your
Oh.
documents. From your document, they'll be asking you questions. You said this in your essay. Explain. What do you
Ah.
mean? Research plan. Okay, tell us
Okay.
about your research plan. That's why you need to know your essays and your research plan very, very well. Whatever you write there, know it and be able to defend it. They asked a lot of questions from my research
Mm.
plan. What was the
Mm.
topic? Why did you choose the topic? What do you think
Mm.
this thing? They even asked when previous work I've done in that area or have contributed in that area of my research
Wow.
plan. What I think I'll do better if I get the
Mm.
scholarship. They
Mm.
asked there was question about what I know about Japan, how I will
Mm.
survive.
Mm.
They also have culture shock I know about Japan. Like they
Wow.
ask you questions. Just don't be
Wow.
tense. Answer your questions to the best of your capacity.
Mm. So what we advise somebody to say, for instance, like for the culture shock, or how will you cope in Japan? What answer do you think somebody
When
can say?
I was asked about culture shock, I told
Yeah.
her that I don't believe in things like culture shock because I am
Mm.
going there knowing that their culture is different from mine. So what
Mm.
I am is an open mind that when I see this, I'll
Mm.
learn and understand that this is these people's way. So
Mm.
I just felt I still feel that way. I can't. I'm not coming in here to fit in. Actually, I'm not Japanese. I'm Nigerian. So
Mm.
when I come here and I see them do something, I'm seeing it from a perspective that is not a culture. Because if you're saying something is a culture shock, it means you're already comparing it to your culture and how it
Mm.
doesn't.
Tiogo.
I
Mm.
am just, but this is a new way and this is these people's way. I'll just respect that. That's it for me.
Mm.
And then for how to adapt, I just told her about how I've been making my research, asking questions. I know about the weather, the food, and this. So she even
Mm.
asked me which Japanese food I know. I told her the ones I know. She was like, which one do you really want to try? I told her.
Mm.
We even laughed about that. So just do your research. Don't be tense. Answer your
Mm.
question.
Mm. Wow, thank you very much. And that's why you should follow us. That's why you should follow us on all our social media platforms so that you have experience. Even though you might not be in Japan now, presently, you will have the feel of how Japan looks like. So, but
I
some
watch.
people now, even if you do video, they will not watch the video to,
No, but they'll be
you
asking
know,
you questions. I know.
yeah. So
Video. day. Why are you still asking the same question under the same day?
E- Exactly. So if you are really interested in this MEXT scholarship, I think you should follow students that are already there that are making content. Follow their content, check their posts, and so it will give you the idea of where you are going, and you'll be able to answer any questions from, even if any question comes, like you are not even thinking of it. If they ask you, you'll be able to at least say something, right? So it will help. So, and I think at the end of the this live, I'm going to put our guest. I'm going to put our social media and all of that. I'm going to put everything under the description of this live, so you can do well to check, or in the comment section. Yeah, I'll put it there, so that you can follow.
Oh, that's nice.
Um, yes, and also I will like to ask. I think you've answered most of the questions that I wanted to ask. But another thing is, can HND or NC older people that have their HND or NC, can they apply also? Can they also apply for MEXT?
I don't know about NCE, but last year on
Mm,
the Facebook page, someone
mm,
asked HND
mm.
apply for, and the embassy page replied yes, that HND can apply for masters. So I know from
Ooh.
that information that HND can apply for masters, but I don't know about NCE. I don't know.
Oh, wow, wow. That's nice. That's very nice. So it means there's hope for NCE holders. You can apply for, no, for HND, rather HND. You can apply for masters, right? You can apply for masters. So, and then I think for NC there's another
Track
um
that college of
huh?
education or college of that college of technology or college of education track.
Yeah, yes. That's what I wanted to say. So you can apply through that as well. And also for, I think MEXT also organizes scholarship for teachers. They call it teachers training um
But this
scholarship or
year's one,
something. That's usually by January of every year. I think January 1st to 30th or something. So for NCO, that you know that you are a teacher, or you know, yeah,
just
you are a
go for
teacher and you have experience. Yeah, so you can apply for that. You can apply for that too, but that is in January. So it has to be January next year, like that. Okay, so thank you very much um for answering that question. Okay. Let me also pick some questions here. Uh, this is almost 1 hour. Please, will you be able to stay like a little longer?
a little longer, say 15 minutes.
Yes.
Okay,
Ah,
thank you.
okay. Okay. We need to quickly pick some questions that we are okay. I'm coming. Okay, somebody said the medical certificate I printed is not in colored, but black and white, and it has been filled by a doctor. I would love to ask if it's okay. I think it's okay, right?
Fine. No worries.
So it's not necessary that it should be in colored copy. So another person asked, the last time I legalized my document, it was the original copy, but they signed the photocopy, but it does not have the seal on it. Do I have to do the notarization entirely on the photocopy again?
Um, they legalize their documents.
Mm.
Oh,
Pro-
okay. They have a legalized photocopy or something.
yeah, so I think the person is saying that he legalized the original copy, right? But um they only sign on the photocopy, and that one does not have seal. I guess that the person is saying, probably for instance, maybe transcript now, they would, like, there will be official signature and all of that. right? So maybe probably the person is saying maybe when after photocopying the original copy. Do you Are you getting what I'm trying to say? The
I'm
original
trying to
copy, the person legalized the person has probably taken it to a notary public to notarize it and then photocopy. Does it count for? Does the person need to like also take the photocopy of the original now to
like
be notarized? Do you get?
you need when you do notarization,
Mm,
there is this red seal, like you will see it works. So they
mm,
need that to just like I said earlier, they need that so that it becomes a certified true copy. So for you having
okay.
like your photocopy is supposed to be photocopy one and two, meaning the original
Mm,
without work, notary seal and stamp should still be there. So you still need to do notarization, like go to a public or a notary lawyer, stamp
okay.
the one you now.
Oh, okay. 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 Thank you very much for that. Yeah, okay. Another person said, I'm applying for MEXT through university route. Okay, so for university routes, I've made videos on check this channel, right? I've already made videos on university recommendation route. So you can check it out because if I want to be explaining it now, it will take time, right? It will take time. So you can check it out on my channel. Check it out on my channel. And then okay, what about age limits?
So the age limit says for I think for this year it says from 19 you have to be born on or after April 1992 or so. So
Okay.
if you check 1990, that's like 35 was okay. Ah I thought the next one went. That's like
Okay.
35 or so.
Okay.
I don't so just from if it's written there on the guideline, you have to be born
Mm.
on or after April 1990. So it's around 35 or so, I guess.
Okay. 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 So yeah, I think I also know about that. Like for the age limit for both masters and PhD, you must be less than 35 as at the time
Yes,
of
then
applying.
yes, that's at the
Hmm.
time of
Yes. And for undergraduates, I think it's between
fine.
age 17 to 25. You must be under that category. 17 to 25. So take note of that. So that you not go and waste money and all of that. Yeah, so take note of that age limit. Mm. How was the exam and the interview? Like we already explained that. So please, maybe after this live, you can go through this live after. You will see the information there. Mm. So for the medical form, right? Can I do it in a private hospital or a government hospital?
Any hospital. I did
Okay,
mine in
so
private.
okay, okay. So any hospital is okay. I did mine in a federal hospital, right? A government hospital. But she did ours in a private hospital, and we are both here. So that's to tell you that you can do it anywhere. Any hospital, any certified hospital shall not
Any
a
certified hospital was uh,
sorry, my network. Sorry, a call came in. And through a certified doctor. Take notes. For the recommendation letter, my lecturer pointed out. So we've already explained that. We've already explained that the person that is recommending you will sign on the envelope. So check the information. We've already explained that. Um, will essay be necessary for undergraduates? Please, please, and please. If you are see all these things, this life that we are holding now is just to put clarification on some things, on some major things that you might be confused about. The guidelines is there for a particular reasons for you to follow and make sure that you follow these guidelines. Read, take time to read, take time to read for yourself and go through every single thing. Make sure you follow every single thing to the last letter. Because one thing I know about Japanese, right, is that they give attention to
Instructions,
details.
instructions, follow it.
Any small mistake like this, man, uh, Ileya. Yeah, so okay. So we've already explained, like it's not necessary that you submit your letter of English language proficiency from your school. If you have it, yes, submit it. If you have IELTS, you can submit it, right? So you can submit it. So you can submit any one of them. It's just to prove that you can speak English now ahead. So we've already explained that. Yes, HND can apply. Yeah, HND can apply.
Commercial, sorry, sorry.
Uh, can okay, please, I came late. Can HND holder with lower credit apply? Now, it's just like somebody saying can tutu or can somebody with pass or third class apply, right? We already explained that if you want to apply, because this thing is very competitive. Imagine like more than 5,000 people. I don't know for yourself, like how many people
Last
do you think applied?
last year was 10,000 plus. About 10,000 people applied last year, and
Yeah,
80% was selected.
10,000 people. Wow. Wow.
It's
I
very
was even thinking like
competitive.
maybe 5,000. Oh.
When I heard like about 10,000, I was like, what?
Yee.
10,000.
Hey, 10,000. So now, what would distinguish you is all these your documents. Make sure that you do everything. But any single mistake like this, you don't have time to be looking at. Once they see any single mistake, maybe they will just take your document to one side. Make sure you do everything to standard. Make sure you follow the application guideline, right? So if you are applying with tutu or with probably a lower credit or something, make sure that your other documents, make sure that you wrote your essays well, your research plan, everything is very authentic, right? Is feasible. And don't go and see another thing that I would like to say in this place. Don't go and use AI to say, okay, you want to copy ChatGPT and write everything. They will know. Abi, what do you
I
have to say about that?
I said this in the video on my page. Do not use AI to do your essays or your
Mm,
research. Don't, don't. Like
mm, mm.
your paper will be flamed because
Um,
it's now easy to even detect AI these days. Like anything
mm,
done by AI, it's easy to detect it. So
mm,
do not.
mm,
You can just use it to do research and put
mm,
things in your own words, in your
mm,
own structure. Don't do
mm,
copy and paste from AI. It puts you at a disadvantage.
mm. So basically, you can use AI for maybe idea to like
Yeah,
generate ideas and all of that. Yeah, because Japan, one thing I know about they are you hear the word Japan, I they say "Koru." Ah, you're supposed to know that this is a technologically advanced country. They are very advanced in technology. They will know if you use AI. If you like, go and use AI. So make sure that everything is authentic. Make sure that it is visible. Make sure that when they are reading through, everything is not complicated. Write in clear terms too, right? So that even if somebody that is not in your field is reading it, the person will be able to understand what you are trying to communicate, or what you are trying to. Some people, they will understand your idea, your research idea. So don't make it very complicated. All right. So okay, another one said the original was legalized in Abuja, but the only sorry, I can't understand this question.
Did this person
Uh
apply for GKS or something? Because that is GKS procedure, going to Abuja and all the rest. If you have Well, if you have that one, the thing with
mm,
that procedure is it
mm,
expires. After 3 months, they'll tell you the signatures are no longer valid. If that is all you
mm,
have,
wow.
I would advise that you just notary lawyers are cheap. The one that did mine, I think it was
Mm,
10K, I be 12K I paid. Yes,
wow.
notarization is cheap and they are very close to you. Just redo it just to be on the safer side.
So
Redo it
where
to be
is it?
on the
Is it
safer.
like a court or something? Is it in a court?
Uh, you can some persons do in a court, but I use Google Map to find a notary lawyer that is very close to my house, and he did it for me.
Oh, so you can check it on Google. You can check like notary public near me.
Really, yes.
You see, so all these things are very straightforward. You can do that. You can do that. Okay, so after the interview, was there another visa interview for visa processing? Like after the interview, can you like briefly explain the other process
So
before
after the
coming to Japan?
if you pass the interview, you get something that is called certificate of first passing.
Hmm.
So that, and they now give you list of schools, because people on my
Hmm.
page will be asking me which schools I can apply to, and I used to tell them that's the list of your worries now. Just recite
Hmm.
school that have in English and put there. They will send you a file of schools that you can apply to, the courses they
Hmm.
have, and whether they take in English or Japan. So it's that file you will use. Most times the school you even choose will be there. That file you will
Hmm.
use lecturer that his work is related to your research plan, or you check for the school's MEX embassy track application process. So some schools will ask you to get a professor, while some
Okay.
will ask you to apply directly to the school itself. Like
Hmm.
they'll open a portal for you to apply to them.
Wow.
Then the ones that accept you will give you what we call LOA, letter of acceptance. You send
Hmm.
that back. At this stage, you're like almost done, because most likely if you get a letter of acceptance, it means
Hmm.
have a school that is willing to take you, and that makes will most likely take you. So after that, the
Hmm.
process, the next thing is they'll be sending you that you've gotten the scholarship. They'll tell you
Hmm.
to go visa process. For your visa, you're not being interviewed. You just go there, tell them you. I just went there and like I'm a MEXT scholar. This she asked me for some documents. I showed her and all the rest.
Hmm.
She took my passport. I did some
Hmm.
other submit photograph and all the rest, and that was all.
Hmm. Okay. Wow. 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 Thank you for that. Thank you for that. So it means like after the interview, then you start reaching out to schools and all of that. But I want to ask, will you suggest that before even applying for this embassy route, like before submitting application, you should look out for, I mean, probably a professor or something, somebody that can supervise you. Will you advise that before?
Maybe I don't think it's advisable, because at
Mm,
that stage, I think they will
mm,
not really they won't talk to you. What makes most professors talk to you
mm,
very is when you show them that certificate of passing first screening. So once you show
mm.
most professors that, they'll be like, oh, you already have funding. What they'll
Oh,
not be checking, your research aligns with theirs. If it does, you, I the school I got now, the professor,
mm,
the moment I spoke with him, told him my research. He said that my research aligns in some parts. That am I willing to
mm,
let go of the other parts that do not align?
mm,
I was like, no problem. The other
mm,
school, they just said they don't have anybody in that line of my research, so I didn't get that
mm,
one. But this my current school, they just immediately I spoke with the professor. I did an interview with the dean and other members of the faculty online.
mm.
I presented my research. They were okay with it. I got certificate
Okay.
of first pass. That
Wow.
I got letter of acceptance, and I sent it back to
Acceptance.
embassy. So
Oh, okay.
you it doesn't pay you to start looking for lecturers now, because and professors now, because most of them might not have. It's not
Uh,
even might not. Majority will not respond to you.
oh,
They won't.
so you are saying that like in the preference from now, you can just fill the name of the school and just submit like that. Once the time comes, then you start reaching out to professors.
Because most times it's not even the schools you fill in your preference form the first time.
Mm, yeah.
End up the second time.
Ah,
Use
okay.
preference times actually.
Wow.
The
Wow.
first time is
Wow.
during the application stage. The second time is when they will tell you, okay, reach out to schools. You will not have to fill it again with schools that
Mm,
accepted you, just the ones that accepted you.
okay. Okay. Wow. 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 Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Thank you. So, Somebody said I notarized my document as certified true copy from my school. Please, do I still need the notarization from the court? Yes, she already mentioned that. That after, after certifying all your documents to be true copies from your school, you still like need to notarize your documents from a notary public or court.
Guideline it says from a notary public, so just do the one from a
Uh,
notary public. Safe side.
to be on the safe, to be on the safer side. Okay. And I would like to also add to, before we bring this to a close, like for at at this first stage, it's okay to send your documents through DHL, right?
Yes, you can send through
Yeah.
DHL.
Okay. So in order to cut your transportation cost or something, and to save you, like eventually, if I don't pray that you will not be selected, or I don't pray that, so that you know that at least you've not wasted too much money, right? So you can send your document first. Your the first stage, initial stage through DHL. Then for other stages like the exam interview, then you now know that you have to come to Japan for that. So yeah. So I think we've addressed most of um the popular questions and all of that. So if you are still like confused about how to fill your form, how to fill your preference form and all of that. So she already made a video, right, on that. So you can check her TikTok page, Nulia. Just type Nulia on the search bar, then it will bring content. So you can check that out and do it to follow her as well. Do it to also subscribe to this channel, I beg.
I will and see you
Subscribe to this
guys.
channel because if you just watch this live and go like that, it will not be nice. So it will not be nice. So I beg,
Yes,
make sure
so nice.
you yeah. So make sure you subscribe and follow up on our content. So it will give you the idea of where you are coming, and we pray that God will do it for you, right? God will do it for you. Sometimes it's not by intelligence. Sometimes it's not by oh, I'm brilliant. Oh, I have a very good result. Then they will pick me. They will imagine like 10,000 people applying. You should know that at least like 100 first class people will apply. Like 100, let's even say a list. And if you check, like probably most of them that came this year now, maybe all of them might not be like a first class students. I don't know. All of them might not be first class students. Huh?
I had a 2-1.
Okay. So you see, so it's not sometimes it's not on your results and all of that. So you need to be very prayerful. Be prayerful too. Be prayerful. So thank you very much. Okay, please, last question. Can undergraduate apply through university route? Yes. The same way it is in the for the embassy route, it's still the same process for the university route. Right? So it's still like the same thing, but just like the application stages, application process that is different. That's the only different thing. But if you want to know more about the university recommendation route, check this channel. Check my channel. I already made like videos on that. So yeah, do it to check that. Thank you very much for joining. Thank you very much. And you can share this live with other that probably for one reason or the other they were unable to join this time. They can still watch it, so it's still going to be on this channel, so they can come whenever they want to watch, and they can drop. You can drop your question even after this live. You can drop your questions on the comment section. Yes, I'm going to address that. I'm going to address that. So, and if it's calls for another live section, so maybe I'll still like I can still consider that later on. So thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, our hosts. Our guests rather. Our guests. Thank you for coming. Thank you. We really appreciate your time. Thank you very much. Thank
Thank you
you.
for having
Thank you. Thank you.
me.
Yeah. So, I mean, what would you like to say? I mean, lastly, before we go, do you have any advice or anything for those that are
Um,
applying?
I think you should, from my own experience, I think you should be open to trying other things, have
Mm,
backup plans. I know I was
mm,
initially applying this.
mm,
I tried it, I think 2023. I
mm,
tried to like 2025. I tried it 2025, and those two times I prepared my document, but I was unable to submit. Like I even if you know the GKS process, you know how strict
mm.
the schools are. But I got a school that gave me 2 weeks extra after the deadline to send my document
Wow.
because I scanned documents and sent to them. And they were like, we
Wow.
want to take. But still, I didn't meet up with that extra 2 weeks. And that was when I said, okay,
Mm.
let me just try this. They said it
This
passed.
mess.
So just
Wow.
don't, don't put all your eggs in one basket. There are
Mm,
scholarship opportunities. You apply for this one, still be looking for others. One way
mm,
must surely open. My own principle
mm.
in life, one way must surely open, and one way will always
Yeah.
open. So I think
Yeah. If
just
you do the right thing, if you do it the right way, if you look at the application guideline very well, you followed everything. Right. So, okay. So, sorry. Lastly, how many people were selected for your set? How many people came to Japan?
think we are 10. 7 came this April. 3 will be
Yeah,
coming
10.
October.
Okay, 10
I think
came
we are
now,
10.
but some people are still coming in October, right?
7 this April. 3 will be coming in October. So we are 10.
Oh, why are they coming in October?
This October as their this thing. You know you can choose when you arrive Japan under the embassy tab. You either choose April or
Oh,
October.
oh, you can even choose when to come to Japan. Is it that April or October? Oh, wow. I was thinking like it's only April that you will come. Oh.
April or
Eh,
October.
oh, wow, wow, wow. So only 10 people from 10,000 people. Ah, um, yeah, so it's actually competitive. So just try your best and leave the rest to God, right? So yeah, we would
So
like to
bye.
bring this to a close. Thank you very much, our guest. Thank you. Thank you.
To
All right. Bye bye. Goodbye, everyone.
everyone.
Yeah, so that's it. That's it. So just make sure that you do your best, do your best, do your best. Don't leave any stone unturned, right? Don't feel like, oh, maybe they will not check this one, they will check this one. Do everything in the guideline. The, as the guideline says, do everything. Follow every, and if you still have some other questions, drop it on the comment section or under the comment section. We are still going to attend to them. And probably in few minutes I would like attach the link right to our social media platform, TikTok and the rest, so you can follow us up on that. You can check our content and all of that, and you can also tell other people um to watch, to watch this live too. You can tell them to watch and they will get their answers. So thank you very much. Thank you. we would like to I would like to go now. Thank you. Bye bye.